Okay, so today we're going to be making some ecstasy pills and bricks with the iM7s mod. And so let's get straight into it. So there's two ways to make pills. Let's talk about some of the ingredients first. So to make pills, you will need an MDMA pack and then one coloured binding. It doesn't matter what colour it is, as long as you've got an MDMA pack and a binding agent of any colour. So there's two ways that you can make these. If you put the binding agent in your hand and combine it with one of the binding agents, you'll see you get the prompt to craft. And then if we look down, we've made 200 ecstasy pills. Okay. The other way that we can do this, which is a lot more profitable, is by using the press over there. So to use that, these we've made a rare find on the server, so it'll be hard to find them, but the output of these is double for the same amount of materials. So if you look, we've got MDMA pack, one binding agent, and if you go up to the press with a wrench in your hand and just operate it, you'll then see that instead of 200 we've got 400 pills. So you get double the amount from the press, which is why we've made these a rare find on our server. Okay, the MDMA packs and the binding agent, you can find out they're just ground loot, so you can find them absolutely anywhere. Another thing that I'll quickly talk about is that you can see these that correspond to the binding agents. Okay, so when you find these, pick them up, because these give you the colour for making some of the binding agents. So you can find these out and about, it doesn't matter. But if you find this one, it says binding agent, it hasn't got a colour. So if you've got one of those and one of these packs, you can make any colour out of this. So if you've got a plain binding agent, a white one, you can then combine any of these colours with that, like so, and then it's made you a coloured binding agent, so it's worth bearing that in mind. Okay, so make sure if you're going out, and just collect all of these if you see them. Okay, so once you've got your pills, you then pick these up. You'll see that they all have different signs on them. On our server, we'll have the recipes on the Discord server for you to kind of look at. But for crafting on the table, you need to have one of each of the tablets that's got the symbol on it, like Mitsubishi and the other ones. See how if you jumble them up, they won't work. So you have to have them in order. So then if you go to this table, and these pills, it calls for them to be in the right order when you put them in the table. So for the blue ones, the first one is Mitsubishi, the second one is Naked Lady, the third one is Mac Dre, and then the fourth one is the Pink Discord. Okay, so then when we look at the table with some tape or Ziploc bags will work as well. You can just craft it like so. Then that produces you one bundle. So you've got one bundle of blue ecstasy pills. Now, once you've got 5 bundles, you can then put them into the bench like so. You need 5 of these to make a brick. So looking at the table, you can see I've got duct tape in my hand. I've also got in slot 3 some Ziploc bags. If we select the Ziploc bags, it also prompts you to kind of bag them up as well. So if we then hold down, it makes your brick. So you've got 1 brick of ecstasy pills to take to the trader, which on our server you will need a license for the trader. But obviously if you're watching this video and you're not on our server, that won't be relevant. So I hope this has helped. That's how you make ecstasy pills, from the binding agents and the MDMA to making pills and then a brick. So I hope you have a jolly nice day, and till next time. That didn't work. Take care. Au revoir.